truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the White Collar Players immersive mod series for Fallout New Vegas. While this game and mods for it have been out for quite some time now, adding the right blend of mods to Obsidian's great title can bring new vitality and give it a fresh new experience for 2018 and beyond, putting it on par with any modern RPG game. In this series, we will strive to introduce to you many of the amazing and high-quality mods available for Fallout New Vegas that focus on lore-friendly quests and items and enhance immersive gameplay. Every single mod we cover in this series has been thoroughly researched and tested by ourselves and are all guaranteed to be compatible with each other and are being used in our own personal load order. Before we get started with today's show, we should mention that New Vegas can be a bit finicky when installing mods for it. Therefore, we highly recommend watching our episode 0 of this series, which gives an updated tutorial for how to prepare Fallout New Vegas to handle mods and run smoothly on modern computers. With that warning out of the way, please sit back, relax, grab a cold beverage or two, and we hope you enjoy our show today. Absolutely necessary for any modded Bethesda game is an unofficial patch, and there is certainly none better for Fallout New Vegas than the Yukichigai Unofficial Patch, or YUP for short. Currently maintained by Sandbox with many contributions from various other authors, this incredibly sized bug fix mod contains an astounding number of changes, the details of which can be found on the mod page. A quote from the description reads, "If it's broken, YUP probably fixes it." Here's just a few examples of the many fixes YUP brings to Fallout New Vegas. Fixes Boone's head tracking and stops him from holstering his weapon every 5 seconds in combat, alters fixers so that it cures addiction temporarily as it says, not permanently. Ultrajet addiction can now be cured by doctors, stops various NPCs and creatures who begin the game dead from miraculously resurrecting 3 days later, ensures the Brotherhood of Steel explosive collar won't detonate after it's removed from your neck. One nice feature about YUP is that it has no requirements. It does not require F4C and has options available for any amount of DLC support. However, since we have all of the Fallout New Vegas DLCs, we downloaded the YUP base game plus all DLC option with Nexus Mod Manager. One important note about YUP is that it absolutely must be loaded at the top of your load order, as high as it can possibly be. The reason for this is that YUP fixes only base game files, therefore other mods that might modify those base game files need to be loaded after YUP so that YUP does not overwrite another mod's desired changes. Yukichigai's Unofficial Patch is an amazing conglomeration of bug fixes from many authors and contributors. Fantastic work by all of the people involved, and we are very grateful to have a far less buggy New Vegas. Eventually, and especially if you're following along with our series, your load order will be filled with hundreds of mods, and there's only one definitive tool for managing them all: the Mod Configuration Menu by Pelinor. MCM is a resource that mod authors can make use of to allow the various settings surrounding their mod to be adjusted via MCM. When MCM is installed with a mod that makes use of its features, such as Project Nevada, which we will cover shortly, a new menu is added to your pause screen which allows for access to any supported mod's configurations. One important note is that MCM requires the New Vegas script extender, which we covered in episode 0 of this series, but it also requires Microsoft Visual C++ 2010 redistributable, which you probably have installed already, but a link is provided on the mod page for a quick and easy install procedure. An elegantly crafted tool for New Vegas modding, the Mod Configuration Menu is a necessity for any playthrough running even a small handful of mods. One of the best ways to bring New Vegas up to speed with today's games is to add in mechanics which modern adventure games are known for. Project Nevada by the Project Nevada team, consisting of 12 talented authors, attempts to do just that. As the description states, this amazing work seeks to integrate more functions of modern action titles into Obsidian's classic game. All of the changes Project Nevada makes are divided into modules which can be selected based upon your preferences. When installing the mod with Nexus Mod Manager, these modules are presented for you to select or deselect. The core module is required by all the others and must be installed in order for Project Nevada to function. This core module introduces changes such as sprinting, a dynamic crosshair, a hotkey for throwing grenades, variable zoom scopes, first-person visor overlay for helmets, visual effects for health, audio effects which start before debuffs for survival kicks in, the ability to break locks with explosives by simply detonating a charge near them, and a hotkey for toggling a stealth buoy with a widget for showing how much longer the stealth field can remain stable. The Cyberware module focuses on balancing and enhancing the implants that are introduced by the new Vegas Clinic. There are several new additions to head implants, torso implants, arm implants, leg implants, and governing perks. These are all balanced by limiting the number of implants you can have, or also requiring a power source for them to work. These implants also come with a new menu to manage and upgrade them. There is also a new book that, when carried in your inventory, allows you to show more of the Wasteland's doctors how to install cybernetic implants, assuming you have one ready to install. The Rebalance module attempts to bring challenging gameplay to the Mojave. In short, combat will be quicker and deadlier, and survival will be much harder. These changes are designed to make the gameplay more interesting while also remaining unintrusive and unnoticeable to the player. Some examples of the changes are configurable character stat options for leveling speed, perk points, and level cap. There's also configurable reductions to hit points for NPCs and the player, customizable damage threshold, reduced save falling, explosion knockdown and ringing, more realistic headshots, and many others. Adjustments to stealth, including more difficult sneaking, and adjustments to detection AI. Configurable options for an alternative repair system, timescale, primary needs, hidden karma messages, and sneak indicator, tweaked death physics, and more. Lastly, the Rebalance module also presents tweakable adjustments to item rarity. With the mod configuration menu, all of these changes are widely adjustable to allow for full customization for your gameplay. The Equipment module introduces weapons, explosives, and armor in a lore-friendly and smoothly integrated manner. This long list of new items contains amazing contributions from many other authors and are focused on lore friendliness, including remakes from the previous games. The mod page excellently lists all of these new items in much more detail. For our game, we chose to install all of Project Nevada's modules, which is done easily using Nexus Mod Manager. However, because we also have all of the new Vegas DLCs, we also installed the Project Nevada patches for full DLC support. However, we may have to return to this page to add support for other mods we install in the future. There is also an extra options file available from the Project Nevada team that addresses some further issues. This addition adds many more configurations to the tweaks made by the various Project Nevada modules, including some minor bug fixes. These enhances and fixes are listed in much greater detail on the mod page linked below. When installing this mod via Nexus Mod Manager, a notice pops up if you have the other Project Nevada DLC support files enabled. This notice informs you that you can remove all of the individual DLC patches and enable the single All DLC Support ESP file provided by the Enhanced Options additions. Truly an impressively long list of enhancements to Fallout New Vegas, the Project Nevada team provide the best suite of new mechanics to make Fallout New Vegas feel more up to date. With the mod configuration menu, all of the many changes Project Nevada makes are fully customizable, meaning there really isn't a reason to not include this mod in your load order. The JIP-LN NVSE plugin by Jazzisparis and LuthienAnarion is an extension to the new Vegas script extender, which adds many new functions and scripts for authors to use. However, it also provides even more fixes and tweaks not offered by the previous mods we mentioned. For example, using the console no longer blocks acquiring Steam achievements, a fix for a hard crash bug, and much more. This plugin also allows for more configurable options via the jip_nvse.ini file. As expected, this plugin requires NVSE and is itself a requirement for the next mod in our showcase. Fantastic work by these two authors, and we are grateful for their contribution to the community. To round off the bug fix and improvements portion of our mod list, we installed Unofficial Patch Plus by PushTheWinButton, which is specifically designed to be used in conjunction with UP. Yet another fantastic conglomeration of more tweaks and fixes, UPP is designed to address all of the NVSE related issues that UP does not by making use of the JIP-LN NVSE plugin. While its primary purpose is to address game bugs, a detailed list of which is provided on the mod page, it also offers an optional addendum file for oversight type fixes, such as changing Trudy's radio station to play Radio New Vegas since she mentions Mr. New Vegas in dialogue, and that Mr. Gutsy will no longer respawn in the Nipton Tinkerer's house. In addition to the main and addendum file, we also installed the Project Nevada patch since we are using that mod in our load order and want to ensure compatibility among all of these adjustments. At this point, your load order may be getting a bit complicated with all of the bug fixes, patches, and DLC support files. For your reference, we have linked to our Fallout New Vegas load order, which uses the correct setup advised by these various authors. Another great suite of fixes for Fallout New Vegas, UPP is a fantastic work from PushTheWinButton, and we are thankful for the effort they put into it.
Feeling thirsty? Yeah, I heard it turn right back on after you got done tinkering. Not at all. I'm never sure how much is normally charged for this sort of thing. Now,
an important element for any modern open-world game is the weather system. Nevada Sky's URWLified version, originally by Yossarian and modified by Marcurios, adds over 320 different new weathers that can appear during your travels. With this mod installed, you have the potential to be engulfed by rainstorms, radstorms, thunderstorms, sandstorms, and even heavy snow. To accompany these tempests are many new high-quality textures for both the day and night sky. A new apparel item provides control over the weathers as well as allows for adjustment of the weather settings to tailor the game to your playstyle. For our immersion-focused gameplay, we chose to turn debug messages off, disable special moods since some of them don't really fit realistically, disable snowstorms since it wouldn't make sense for snow to be falling and troopers complaining about wishing it was colder. We left the image space settings to their default values, changed the storm frequency to 5-day intervals. We again did not adjust the special moods, although some of them could potentially fit with the game's atmosphere. We took great care to adjust the light settings for realistically dark nights, the nighttime light level to -50, the interior at the default 0, transition time to 10, and brightness interval to 6 so that the change from a dark to light sky happens realistically with the rising sun. Another helpful item that comes with the mod is a list of any settings that can be applied to your Fallout.ini, FalloutPrefs.ini, and FalloutDefault.ini. Simply look for the lines and replace them with what is shown in the Extreme LOD Settings text file. While there shouldn't be any real performance hit, it is recommended that you have a decently powerful machine before applying these tweaks. Nevada Sky's URWLified version is a must-have mod for not only making the Mojave a more interesting and attractive region to travel, but also for enhancing your connection to your character's experience in the world. With the changing weathers and storms that can blow in at any moment, every time you step out of the door to travel to the next town genuinely feels like a new challenge. Some days you'll have smooth sailing, and others you will be halfway between two settlements when a sandstorm blows in, basically blinding you and forcing you to stop and find shelter or make camp until it passes. Traveling at night is now a much more serious threat. The various creatures of the wasteland that have adapted to the nighttime environment now have a significant advantage over you as you struggle to see anything outside of your Pip-Boy's feeble arc of light. Unless, of course, you find yourself on an advanced piece of headwear that supports night vision thanks to Project Nevada. Truly a fantastic and well-crafted mod by Yossarian and Marcurios, this enhanced version of Nevada Skies is a must-have for any modern playthrough. One important note before we conclude this review is that Nevada Sky's URWLified version is published on ModDB, and therefore requires a special installation procedure for Nexus Mod Manager. If you are interested, we have included a tutorial for how to install this mod at the end of the episode. That concludes our show for today, everybody. We really hope you enjoyed the items we introduced. As always, please remember to leave an endorsement for any mod that you download and enjoy. We have a long list of mods to cover for Fallout New Vegas, and we certainly hope you all appreciate the updated reviews for these fantastic works. We are continuing to review immersive mods for Fallout 4, but we will be focusing less on the playthrough and more on reviewing lore-friendly mods for Fallout New Vegas and 4. We greatly appreciate your feedback in the comment section below, and if you have any suggestions for mods we should take a look at, please let us know. If we haven't done so already, please tell us what you would like to see in this mod-focused content so that we can earn your subscription. We strive to create thorough and informative reviews of great mods for these games, and are driven by support from the community. Thank you again for tuning in today, and we hope you join the White Collar Players again soon. If you're sticking around for the Nevada Skies URWLified installation tutorial, that section starts right now. Welcome everybody to the Nevada Skies URWLified tutorial, installation tutorial, this portion of the episode. It's a little bit different because it's from moddb.com, and the file that you get is it's a FOMod file, so we're going to have to do it a little bit differently because we're not doing it through the Nexus site. So it's a little bit different mod installation tutorial, but it's very simple, and it's nothing really new, to be honest. So I'll just run through how to do it. But basically, using the link that we provide in the description, you're gonna come to this this mod page, and here is the download link you want. This big red download now. Usually this might be cause for concern, but this time, nope. This is actually the file by Marcurios. This is it. This is basically Nevada Skies, but with some tweaks to it as mentioned in the review. So this is what the file we want. I've already downloaded it. It's kind of a big file, so I'm not gonna download it again. But you just press that and it'll download. So here in my downloads folder, you can see it. This is the archive that downloads. I just did it. Now all we want to do is I'm going to cut it. So Control X, I'm going to cut this out, and I'm going to go to my Fallout New Vegas data folder. I'm in the data folder. So your path should be, in my case, it's on the C drive. Your Steam install of Fallout New Vegas. So in my case, C, Program Files x86, Steam, Steam Apps, Common, Fallout New Vegas, Data. You want to be in the data folder. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm just going to paste that archive in here. I cut it, now I'm going to paste it in here. So you'll see it down here at the bottom. Now a little bit different, like I said. I'm actually just going to right click on this, and if you have WinRAR installed, you should have these menus up here. I'm actually just going to extract the whole thing right into the data folder. So I'm going to click extract here. That's exactly what's going to happen. I'm going to get rid of the original archive just because we don't need it and I'm trying to save space. So all that other stuff went ahead and installed. Now this folder appeared right here. Nevada Skies URWLified. I'm going to open it up, and I don't want all this in here. I actually want it in the data folder. So I'm just going to highlight it all, drag and drop, put it in the data folder, and I'm going to get rid of this now empty folder. Again, just trying to save space, keep everything nice and neat. Be sure you move all those files out before you delete that folder though. So now we have this thing, this Nevada Skies URWLified v71.5 FOMod. If you have Nexus Mod Manager installed, you'll see this little Nexus icon. You'll probably see this little Nexus icon right next to it. And like you might expect, we're going to actually use Nexus Mod Manager to install it. So you're just going to actually just double click, well, just to be safe, I'm going to right click, I'm going to go to Open With, and then in my case it popped up, and you should see this Nexus Mod Manager, but on the off chance you don't see it, you can do more apps and browse to it. And then I would go ahead, if you're using Nexus Mod Manager exclusively, I would go ahead and check always use this app to open .fomod files. So we do want to use Nexus Mod Manager. I've checked this little box. I'm going to hit OK. And I'm going to let Nexus Mod Manager run. Fallout New Vegas. Yep, that's what we're opening it for. It opens up. And as you can see, right here under the Download Manager tab, Nevada Skies URWLified version 7.1.715 has been added. Status complete. Perfect. And just like that, it's popped up in our mod menu, and Nexus Mod Manager is now managing it, which is great. So we are going to go ahead and activate it like we would any other mod. And once you do, this is the case of a FOMod installer. It's going to come up with some options. And for the DLC support, we do have Dead Money, Honest Hearts, and Old World Blues. And all this means is that we're just going to leave it all checked because we do have those DLCs. If you don't have these DLCs, you want to uncheck the ones that you don't have. Optional Night Sky variants. Colorful stars might be kind of nice. Night Sky replacement with plain stars. I don't know what either one of these are yet. This is my first time installing this version of the mod. So let's go ahead and try out, I don't know. Let's try out, we'll see what colorful stars looks like. That'd probably be very interesting. And I know that in the actual Southwest, the night sky is gorgeous. So we're going to go ahead and use colorful. I'm going to hit finish. And then under our mod activation queue, you're going to see it running. This flashing is normal. So just let it run. Once it's done, you'll see the green checkbox appear, and you'll see the plugin. You'll see all of your plugins appear down here. That's totally fine. I'm going to keep the mod configuration menu down at the bottom, but all of these going down here, that's totally okay as well. So that's perfect. You can leave all that just like it is. The ESM is activated, all the files are activated, that's perfect. Once again, the load order will be linked in the description. You can compare this load order with your own to make sure it's all good. But yeah, so now let's go in-game and check to see if it actually worked. I'm going to go in-game and I'll meet you there. Welcome everybody, we're in-game, and as you can see, Nevada Skies Weather Effects perfectly installed. This new version is now successfully installed. Weather item was added to your inventory, that's perfect, that's what we want. Read the FAQ review if you have any questions. Take the time to leave an endorsement. Yes, definitely. If you enjoy it, please leave an endorsement. It means a lot to these authors, and we will certainly be doing the same. Thanks for your attention, happy trails. Let's get going. Oh, that's normal. Awesome. Alright, as we can see, already taking effect. New skies, perfect. This is going to be in the review itself, but let's check out the weather settings. So this time it's a little bit different from the original version. When you just click it, the menu automatically pops up. Debug messages on or off. We're going to want to turn those off, actually. So there we go. A little bit easier. You don't have to back out each time. General settings, you can definitely change all this. And much better, much more upgraded menu control, not like the old terminal system. So this is a way better way of doing things. Weather control, image space settings, all sorts of stuff you can do here. Let's see, night luminosity 0, dawn. We want to do all sorts of stuff. I mean, all sorts of changes that just kind of depends on your own personal preferences. We'll go over this in the review as well. So if you look, but yes. Anyway, it's now successfully installed, and I hope that helps you guys figure out how to install kind of a different way of installing mods. But yeah. So as you can see, it's working. So yeah, just extract that archive to the data folder. Be sure you have all the different files in there, and then you're going to want to open the .fomod, that .fomod file. You're going to right-click Open with Nexus Mod Manager. That's the key to that. But as you can see, everything is working as intended. So yeah, beautiful skies, and yeah, happy to have it going. So hope this was beneficial, and that concludes the show. That concludes the episode. Thank you all very much for watching. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.